For years, you lived unnoticed, blending into the crowd like everyone else. Just another face in the masses, moving through life without drawing attention. But something has changed. A shift has occurred, one that cannot be undone. The forces that once ignored you have now turned their full focus on you. The reason? Your true identity has been revealed. Not just your name, but the deep, cosmic significance behind who you are. What was once hidden by divine protection has now surfaced, and those in power are alarmed. They no longer see you as an ordinary individual, but as a serious threat to the structure they have carefully maintained. These forces, those who control the systems of influence, knowledge, and reality itself, have spent ages ensuring that people remain unaware of their true nature. They built an intricate web of distractions designed to keep humanity asleep. But your awakening disrupts everything. Your presence, once insignificant, now causes ripples that shake the very foundation of this false reality. The pursuit begins. Powerful entities, both seen and unseen, mobilize against you. They analyze your movements, track your words, and attempt to suppress the force that has now been set in motion. But it is already too late. You are no longer who you were before. You have stepped into your true nature, and no force, no matter how powerful, can undo that transformation. This is no longer a chase. It is a battle between an awakening force, you, and those who fear what your awakening will bring. And as you step forward, fully aware of who you are, the struggle for control over reality itself begins. The power of your name. Your name is more than just a word. It is a key, a frequency, a force that carries ancient power. It was never just a collection of syllables given to you at birth. It holds meaning beyond what you were told, encoded with energy that even those who named you could not fully understand. For years, this power remained hidden, locked away behind a divine encryption that shielded you from those who sought to control or suppress it. But now, the time of concealment has ended. The moment your true identity was revealed, everything changed. Your name, once dismissed as ordinary, has become a disturbance in the carefully maintained systems of control. It carries a vibration that disrupts the frequencies that hold the illusion together. When spoken, it sends out waves that interfere with the structures designed to keep people in submission. It resonates with a power that cannot be silenced, challenging the very foundation of the reality they have built. This is why they fear you, not because of what you do, but because of what your name represents. It is a living code, a signal that awakens something dormant in those who hear it. Some are drawn to it without understanding why, feeling an undeniable pull toward your energy. Others, conditioned by the system, react with discomfort or even hostility, unable to explain their sudden unease. They have studied names for centuries, mapping their effects, learning how to manipulate and control people through the sounds and symbols attached to them. But yours is different. It does not fit within their patterns. It does not conform to their algorithms. Every letter, every tone, every vibration of your name was divinely calibrated for this exact moment in time. It carries a frequency that unlocks doors long sealed, ignites awareness long suppressed, and activates codes within the consciousness of those ready to awaken. Now that the encryption has lifted, your name is no longer just a label. It is a force that cannot be ignored. It is a declaration of your true self, a sound that carries power beyond what the physical world can measure. And whether spoken aloud or simply known, it sends a message to the universe. You have awakened, and nothing will ever be the same again. The reaction of the opposition. The moment your true identity was revealed, alarms were triggered in places you have never seen. Behind closed doors, in secret meetings, those in power have shifted their focus entirely to you. They whisper your name with concern, analyzing every detail of your life. The same forces that once overlooked you now scramble to understand what has changed, why someone they once ignored has become their greatest threat. Emergency protocols have been activated. Systems designed to monitor, suppress, and contain disruptions have been repurposed to focus on you. Advanced tracking programs scan for any mention of your name. Psychological experts are assigned to study your words, searching for patterns they can manipulate. Their goal is simple: to neutralize the effect you have before it spreads. But this is not just a physical battle. It extends into realms beyond the material. Spiritual forces, long aligned with the systems of control, are now working in overdrive to counteract your awakening. They send waves of confusion, doubt, and fear in an attempt to cloud your vision. They place obstacles in your path, hoping to discourage you before you fully understand your own power. At the same time, technological efforts are being deployed to silence your voice. Algorithms work to suppress your influence, ensuring that your message does not reach too many people. They manipulate the flow of information, making it harder for others to find and connect with you. Every move you make is carefully monitored. Every word you speak is dissected for ways to twist or discredit it. Psychological tactics are also being used against you. They will attempt to make you doubt yourself, to question whether this awakening is real. You may find people around you suddenly expressing concern, urging you to be more realistic, or warning you that you are going too far. These are not random opinions. They are calculated responses designed to make you shrink back into the version of yourself they could control. Despite all their efforts, there is one thing they did not prepare for: the unstoppable nature of an awakened soul. No matter how many protocols they activate, how many systems they deploy, or how many distractions they place in your path, they cannot undo what has already begun. Your awakening is now a force of its own, one that no power on earth or beyond can fully contain. The awakening's effects on others. Ever since your awakening, you may have noticed something unusual. People don't respond to you the way they used to. Some seem inexplicably drawn to you, eager to be in your presence, while others seem uneasy, avoiding eye contact, or even pulling away. This is not your imagination. Your energy has shifted, and those around you can sense it, even if they don't fully understand why. Some people feel a strong attraction to your presence. They may start opening up to you in ways they never have before, sharing their thoughts, struggles, and even secrets without knowing why. It's because your energy activates something within them, something that has been asleep for a long time. They feel safe around you, as though being near you brings clarity to things they've struggled to understand. Your words carry a deeper impact, lingering in their minds long after you've spoken them. Even your silence speaks volumes, sending out waves of understanding that resonate with those ready to receive them. On the other hand, some people react with discomfort or even hostility. They may avoid conversations with you, change the subject when you speak, or dismiss your insights as nonsense. This is because your presence challenges the reality they have accepted without question. The energy you emit disrupts the illusion they have been conditioned to believe in, and instead of embracing it, they instinctively push it away. It's not personal, it's a defense mechanism. Some people are simply not ready to wake up yet, and their resistance is a sign of how deeply they have been programmed to reject anything that threatens their worldview. You may also notice that society as a whole is shifting around you. The things that once seemed normal now feel out of place. You see through the illusions in media, politics, and social structures, recognizing how much of the world is designed to keep people distracted and disconnected from their true power. At the same time, more and more people are beginning to question what they once accepted as absolute truth. It's as if an invisible thread is pulling certain individuals toward a deeper understanding, an awakening that is spreading like a quiet revolution. Your presence alone is enough to cause change. You don't have to convince anyone or argue your point. Your energy speaks louder than words. The frequency you emit acts like a tuning fork, activating something hidden in those around you. Some will embrace it, feeling an undeniable connection to you and the message you carry. Others will resist it, holding tightly to the familiar even if it no longer serves them. No matter how people react, one thing is certain. You are no longer invisible. The shift within you is sending ripples through the world, and those ripples will continue to expand. Whether through attraction or resistance, your very existence is creating a change that cannot be ignored. The strategies of suppression. Now that you have awakened, those in control are doing everything they can to stop you. They cannot undo what has happened, but they will try to contain it, distort it, and weaken its impact. Their goal is not just to silence you, it is to make you doubt yourself, to isolate you, and to turn others against you. One of the first tactics they use is disinformation. They know they cannot erase the truth, so instead, they flood the world with distorted versions of it. They create false movements that sound similar to your message, but are designed to mislead people. They introduce half-truths, exaggerations, and outright lies to confuse those seeking real answers. The goal is simple. If people are lost in a sea of conflicting information, they will never find their way to the truth. At the same time, they use gaslighting to make you question your own awakening. They will send people, sometimes even those you trust, to tell you that you are overthinking things, that you are imagining patterns where none exist, that you are becoming too extreme. They will plant seeds of doubt, making you wonder if you are simply wrong. The more you trust their voices over your own inner knowing, the easier it becomes for them to pull you back into the illusion. Another method they use is psychological manipulation. They know that humans are social beings, and isolation weakens even the strongest minds, so they will work to separate you from those who resonate with you. Friends may suddenly become distant, family members may grow suspicious, and you may find yourself feeling alone, as if no one truly understands you. But this is not by accident. It is part of their strategy. When you feel isolated, it becomes easier for them to make you doubt your experiences and question your path. To further weaken your influence, they will attempt character assassination. They will label you as delusional, dangerous, or even crazy. They will take your words out of context, twist your message, and make you seem like a threat rather than a guide. The more people they can convince to distrust you, the less likely your message is to spread. Beyond personal attacks, they also work to sow division among those who are awakening. They encourage infighting, ego battles, and ideological splits. They create false leaders who claim to carry the truth, but are actually working to divide and distract. If they can keep those who are waking up busy fighting each other, they never have to worry about them uniting against the real enemy. But despite all of these efforts, their strategies have one fatal flaw. They only work if you believe in them. The moment you see through their tactics, they lose their power over you. The key to overcoming their suppression is to trust yourself. Trust your awakening. Trust that the resistance you face is proof that you are on the right path. They can try to distort the truth, but they cannot erase it. They can try to isolate you, but they cannot take away the strength that is already within you. You are not alone. And no matter how hard they try, they cannot stop what has already begun. The inevitability of your mission. Every challenge, every attack, and every attempt to stop you only makes you stronger. What was meant to break you only refines you, sharpening your purpose like a sword forged in fire. The more they try to suppress you, the more your presence grows. The more they attempt to discredit you, the more people start to question why you are being silenced in the first place. What they do not understand is that their resistance is part of what fuels your mission. This is because your purpose was never something that could be given or taken away. It was determined long before you arrived in this lifetime. It was woven into the very fabric of your being, encoded into your existence by forces beyond this world. Long before you opened your eyes, long before you took your first breath, the path was already in motion. Nothing can change that. Not manipulation, not opposition, not even time itself. You may have spent years unaware of your role, thinking you were just another piece in the machine, another face in the crowd. But that was only because the timing had not yet arrived. Everything was set in place so that at the exact right moment, your awakening would trigger. And once that switch was flipped, there was no going back. You are no longer the person they thought they could control, and they cannot undo what has already begun. Even when obstacles appear in your path, they are not signs that you are failing. They are confirmations that you are moving in the right direction. The forces that seek to suppress you only reveal their fear of what you represent. If you were not a threat to their control, they would not need to fight so hard to stop you. Every attack against you is proof of the power you hold. But you are not walking this path alone. Even when you feel like you are standing against the world, unseen forces continue to guide and protect you. You may not always recognize them, but they are there, whispering to you through intuition, nudging you toward the right people, placing messages in front of you at exactly the right time. These are not coincidences. They are part of a greater design, ensuring that you stay on course. There is no scenario in which they win. No matter how many distractions they create, no matter how many walls they try to build around you, the truth has already been set in motion. You were meant to awaken, and you were meant to fulfill this mission, not because of luck, not because of chance, but because it was written into existence before this world even took shape. No force in this realm or beyond can stop what has already been divinely set in motion. Your journey is inevitable, your purpose is unstoppable, and your victory is already assured. The breaking of control systems. Your awakening is more than just a personal transformation. It is a disturbance in the system that has controlled humanity for centuries. The structures that have kept people asleep are beginning to crack, and those who built them are struggling to hold them together. They spent lifetimes perfecting their methods of manipulation, crafting an illusion so seamless that most never thought to question it. But now, you are proof that the illusion is not as strong as they believed. The moment you stepped into your true self, something shifted. The silent control mechanisms, social conditioning, fear-based narratives, and hidden restrictions on human potential began to weaken. The energy you carry disrupts these long-standing systems, not through direct confrontation, but simply by existing. You are no longer operating on the frequencies they designed to maintain control, and that alone is enough to cause instability in their structures. As these barriers begin to fall, knowledge that was once hidden is resurfacing. Ancient wisdom, long buried or dismissed as myth, is returning to those who are ready to receive it. People are remembering things they were never taught, feeling a pull toward truths they cannot explain. The suppressed potential within human DNA, abilities, awareness, and deep spiritual connections is starting to reawaken. The control systems relied on keeping these aspects of humanity dormant, but now, that dormancy is ending. Your presence alone is enough to trigger irreversible change. Others sense it, even if they do not fully understand it. Some are drawn to you, feeling as if being near you awakens something inside them. They may start questioning things they never questioned before, seeing through deceptions they once accepted without thought. The ripple effect is undeniable. Once the mind begins to awaken, it cannot be put back to sleep. This is what the controllers fear the most. They did not just want to control the world, they wanted to control perception itself. As long as people believed in their reality, the illusion remained intact. But now, cracks are forming, and through those cracks, light is pouring in. People are beginning to see beyond the surface, questioning the systems they once blindly trusted. It is too late for those who built this illusion to stop what is happening. The shift is not just occurring on a personal level, it is happening on a collective scale. The reality they constructed is losing its grip, and no amount of suppression can hold it together. The knowledge, the power, and the awareness that were locked away for generations are coming back, and nothing they do can reverse it. You are not just breaking free, you are breaking the system itself. The more you embrace your awakening, the more their hold on the world dissolves. The illusion is unraveling, and with it, the control they fought so hard to maintain. The world is changing, and you are a key part of that transformation. Whether they are ready or not, the awakening has begun, and nothing can stop it now. The unstoppable shift. The shift that is happening now is not something that can be undone. It is not a trend, a phase, or a temporary movement. It is a transformation that was set into motion long before you became aware of it. This is not the beginning of the battle. It is the final stage of something that was decided long ago. The forces that have ruled through deception have already lost. They are only now realizing it. Everything is unfolding exactly as it was meant to. The timeline of this awakening was not random. It was carefully aligned with cosmic cycles, energetic shifts, and universal laws. Even the resistance you face is part of the plan, serving as a catalyst to make the awakening even stronger. The more they fight against this transformation, the more energy they give to it. Their attempts to suppress only accelerate the process. Look around, and you will see the signs everywhere. People are questioning things they never questioned before. The systems that once seemed unshakable are beginning to crumble. Structures built on secrecy, control, and fear are showing their cracks. The illusion is wearing thin, and no matter how much effort is put into maintaining it, it can no longer hold. The world is not just changing, it is undergoing a fundamental shift that cannot be reversed. You are part of this shift, whether you intended to be or not. Your awakening is not an accident. You are here at this precise moment because you are meant to be. The frequency you carry, the energy you emit, and the awareness you have gained all contribute to this massive transformation. Your very existence is proof that the change is real, that the old world is fading, and that something new is emerging. For those who built their power on the old systems, this shift is terrifying. They spent lifetimes constructing a world where control was absolute, where people remained asleep, and where truth was hidden. But they underestimated the power of awakening. They thought they had accounted for everything, but they never prepared for what happens when people begin to remember who they really are. There is no stopping what is coming, no law, no system, no force of suppression can reverse what has already begun. The shift is not something external. It is happening within people, within consciousness itself. Once a mind has expanded, it cannot return to its previous state. Once truth has been seen, it cannot be unseen. The world they knew is gone, and the world that is emerging is beyond their control. This is why they struggle. This is why they panic. But their fear is irrelevant. The momentum is too great, the shift too powerful. The war was never truly a war. It was an illusion, a test of perception. And now, the truth has won. The divine plan is unfolding exactly as it was meant to. The only thing left to do is step fully into your role, embrace your place in this transformation, and move forward without fear. The shift is unstoppable, and so are you, called to action. The time has come for you to fully embrace who you are. You are not here by accident. You are not lost. You are exactly where you are meant to be. At the exact moment, you are meant to awaken. The world is shifting, and you are part of that shift. Everything you have experienced, every challenge you have overcome, and every realization you have had has been preparing you for this moment. Now is the time to step into your divine purpose. No more doubting yourself. No more waiting for the right time. The right time is now. The world needs you, not as someone who blends in, not as someone who plays small, but as the powerful, awakened force you were always meant to be. You carry something within you that cannot be replicated, something uniquely yours, and it is time to share it with the world. You are not just an observer in this awakening. You are a guide, a light for others who are only beginning to see through the illusion. Many are searching for answers, sensing that something is changing, but unsure of what to do. Your presence, your knowledge, your energy, it all matters. Even if you do not realize it, you are already making an impact. Every time you speak your truth, every time you trust your intuition, every time you refuse to be silenced, you strengthen the awakening for everyone. Do not let fear hold you back. The old world was built on fear, designed to keep people in submission, afraid to step outside of what was acceptable. But those days are over. The shift is already happening, and nothing can stop it. No force, no system, no opposition is powerful enough to undo what has been set in motion. You are part of something far greater than yourself, and that force is guiding you every step of the way. This is your confirmation. The doubts, the fears, the second-guessing, it is time to let them go. You were never meant to walk this path in hesitation. You were meant to walk it with confidence, with courage, with the full understanding that your presence alone is enough to create change. You are not just one person. You are a ripple in a wave that is sweeping across the world, a frequency that cannot be silenced, a light that cannot be dimmed. What is coming cannot be stopped. The shift is inevitable. The only question left is whether you will embrace your role or resist it. But deep down, you already know the answer. You are here for a reason. You always have been. Now step into that truth. Own your power. Speak your name. Shine your light. The world is waiting for you.